Thanks to our sponsors tonight, Quinsigamond Community College. I should be able to rattle that off. As I told Corrine earlier tonight, I'm a graduate of QCC, and I think it's a great program. It gets people going, and there's a lot of opportunities here that you can do with the education from here. So I'm going to just jump right in, and I'm going to give Corrine Delaney the microphone. And Corrine is the QCC Coordinator of Learning, and she's going to talk about what they're doing here at Southbridge High.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate that you've come to our small little campus. This is a growing campus. I'm not really going to talk too much about QCC because I have some presenters that will do more of the talking. I just wanted to welcome everyone here. So thank you for coming.
Great. My name is Veronica Guay. I'm the Executive Director of High School Dual Enrollment Programs and Partnerships. So we're going to talk this evening a little bit. I'm going to do a presentation for you about a unique partnership that we have right here at Southbridge High School. Early college. So by the end of the presentation, you will know what early college is. There's going to be a test, just so you know. I'm kidding. Early college Southbridge essentials and the value added to the students into your community here. So we entered into this program primarily to build community within Southbridge and to instill a college-going sense in culture within Southbridge High School. Massachusetts early college is a way to increase access to college for those who are typically underrepresented in higher ed. For whatever reason, somebody can talk themselves into the fact that I am not college material. They can do that. We want to turn that around. That's our role. That's what this opportunity is all about. We're going to do a deeper dive into early college Southbridge, talk about the alignment with graduation, and the pathway into college. So that's what we're going to talk about this evening. This is very relaxed. Please raise your hand if you have any questions, if something doesn't make sense. Early college is about access, and it's for those who historically haven't had it, right? Early college was created by the Commonwealth to open opportunities for students who are underrepresented in college. It's about opening access in a system that has not been easy to open. Going to college comes with its own vocabulary, its own, you got to do this, you got to do that. And it gets hard when you're right out of high school to learn all of these things. And dual enrollment is when high school students take college courses in high school. So I can't be a dual enrollment student. I graduated from high school a long time ago. So if you're in dual enrollment, think of it as a big catchment. You are still in high school. In early college is when high school and college partner to offer classes within the high school, as well as programs, and this is the wraparound piece to this that's very critical, that introduce careers and college supports. So this is seat time, right, where we can talk to students about what's coming up. It's a partnership that embraces students in their journey. These are the primary design principles. Equitable access, so you start from a position of access. Guided academic pathways, courses that lead to a college certificate and degree. Enhanced student support, such as tutoring and family engagement. Connections to career, hands-on learning about careers and pathways, connections. And effective partnerships. Not a high school or a college program, it's both. We have to effectively partner with the administration here in Southbridge, or we're not going to be successful. And the goal is for students to graduate high school with 12 college credits at least. That's the goal. with extensive college knowledge, and then transition into college for a certificate or a degree. That's the beauty about a community college here in the Commonwealth. You can ladder up, you can scaffold up from a certificate to a degree, transfer on. And so it's a very well-oiled system, and there are people that are trained in helping your students in this community to walk through all of that. So students can start here, right, at Southbridge High School as early as grade 10 or as late as grade 12, if that's when they start. Southbridge High School did something that I wish every high school could do. If anybody's ever worked in a high school, the most challenging thing is the schedule. So in Southbridge, they froze the last 2 periods of the day, 7 and 8, and that allows students to leave the high school side of the building and come over here. This is Quinsigamond Community College's Southbridge campus. We are a lessee of Southbridge High School. Classes are on Tuesdays and Thursdays, except for math. We have to have that 3 days a week because it's more credits. Math is always the one, right? And student support programs during period 7 and 8 when students are not in class. Career and college field trips, you'll get to see a couple of photos on that, and summer career exploration programs with student stipends. So this is a medical career explorer program. They were visiting, I want to say this must be our downtown campus, learning to intubate a mannequin from a QCC professor. And that was in June. They're scheduling for summer now, summer 25 now. CPR with fire and rescue from Southbridge, and practicing CPR and AED for the certificate exam. And then this is a medical careers explorer program. So what we know about medical careers is they're vast. There are so many options within the field of medicine. And if somebody is not going to be a doctor or a nurse, that doesn't mean you can't have a career in that field. And so we really help them unpack all of the different aspects of that. And then the big picture is made up of many details, and the pathways, this is, think of the pathway as a possible road the student can take to a certificate or a degree. Medical careers, education, IT, and exploratory, they all take the same intro classes though. And so to talk about that, the intro classes, English 101, psychology, sociology, trying to think, math, yep. Yes, those intro classes that we can offer here, because it's a state designated program, we also want to ensure that the courses that are the entry-level courses are part of what we call mass transfer. So within the Commonwealth, the mass transfer system ensures that courses that are taken part of the mass transfer block at the community college are guaranteed transfer to the 4-year public schools within Massachusetts. So that's that kind of, you know, movable thing about this. If a student ends up going immediately into a 4-year school. Again, it's about access for those who historically haven't been able to access college. So picture it. They come to school. They come to high school. Period 7 and 8. They come over here. They are in a classroom, this classroom, with a QCC professor teaching a QCC college credit bearing course. It counts for high school, toward high school graduation, but they're also creating, or they triggered a transcript at Quinsigamond Community College that says, you know, you're in this course, their grade is on there. If they go off to another school, they have their transcript sent to that institution. We have events. We're hoping to have an event here this summer for the families. End of year event. They do summer career exploration. And, you know, we have the students come up to the Quinsig main campus as often as we can. Next week, we have the English composition classes coming up, and they're going to be in the library with the research librarians learning how to do research. So the other piece to this is college kind of has, not kind of, but it has its own vocabulary. Has Blackboard, learning management systems, the syllabus is the key to the course, and we teach the students these soft skills along the way. Again, as a part of their high school day. All classes align with high school graduation requirements. Transfer, again, to mass public colleges and universities. For example, taking QCC English 101 satisfies senior English. And, we hope a lot goes on in a high schooler's brain, right? It's a lot. We talk all the time about this is pay it forward work. This will really resonate with students and their families once they matriculate, once they are actually in college and they're in a classroom with somebody that doesn't know how to get on Blackboard, or somebody that doesn't understand the importance of a syllabus, or doesn't know there is no such thing as an excused absence, that kind of thing. And they'll appreciate that they know all of this. We show them how to access tutoring, advising, make sure they file for financial aid. And we hope there is a true sense of pride in what they're doing. Dr. Fama and I came and visited everybody in the fall, and they were in their sociology class, and we asked the students, we said, how many of you, work after school? A lot of them, just about all of them. And we said, well, how many of you have told your employer that you're already going to college? Not one of them. Not one of them. So it's one of those things we want to get them to embrace their college identity, to be proud of that. And so the other thought I will leave you with is that within this community, anybody who speaks another language has a gift. But I want to thank you all. You all get an A+.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tracy Merchant. I work in the admissions office at Quinsigamond Community College. I was asked tonight to talk a little bit about Mass Educate. How many of you have heard about Mass Educate? It's a wonderful program. The governor passed it last summer, and the year prior to that, she had passed Mass Reconnect. But what both of those programs allow you to do is to send students to, it allows community colleges to offer free classes to anyone of any age or any income. And it's all run, students would have to fill out the FAFSA. So that all gets determined through our financial aid office, but it's a wonderful program. It has really increased our enrollment, which has been fantastic for us. And it just really provides a lot of great opportunities for our students. So the students that are coming out of the early college programs, they can roll right into QCC and go for free. So it really is a wonderful opportunity. Our online, we have a really great, easy online application. So if a student just goes to our website, on every single web page, they would see the apply button. You just fill out the online application. A student submits their high school document, and they will be accepted into the college. Now, if they have applied for a program that has additional admission requirements, we would accept them automatically right into a more general major. And then they can work towards meeting the admission requirements, for instance, like our healthcare programs, our nursing, our respiratory care programs, surgical technology, LPN programs, OTA, occupational therapy assistant, is a wonderful career, wonderful program for students coming right out of college. So they can work towards meeting those additional admission requirements while being accepted into a more general major and being able to take advantage of the free tuition through Mass Educate. Does anyone have any questions regarding any of that? Yes. So really, you just need a high school document, a final high school document to be accepted into the college. So really, no one is, I mean, unless you don't have a final high school document, and we do see students from time to time with that, and we just let them know that they, you know, get a GED, and we offer that, and then they can apply after that. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate it.
My name's John McCarthy. I'm a corporate development specialist at Quinsigamond Community College for the school's Center for Workforce Development and Continuing Education. And in workforce development, we look at two things. We look at pipeline training, and we look at incumbent worker training. So when it comes to programs for people off the street that are trying to wondering, what can I do to get into the workforce? We have multiple programs for that. If there's a high school student that wants to take that one certificate-based program to get into healthcare or to get into manufacturing, we do have programs for that. I'm not the best expert when it comes to some of those programs, but I can direct anyone that wants to to the right people. When it comes to other pipeline like apprenticeship, we have varied apprenticeship programs that are similar but different to our credit programs. One of the things that we've found in Massachusetts is that we think of apprenticeship with with the building trades, with plumbers, with electricians, et cetera. But you can apprentice any occupation. The other things that I work on specifically is I connect with local employers, throughout our service area in Worcester and Southern Worcester County on training programs for your employees. And for keeping our workforce in Southern Worcester County strong and growing. We see all of your employees and yourselves as either potential students of QCC or alumni that want to continue your professional development. One of the proudest moments that we had was local manufacturer found out that 70 of their bachelor's degree bearing engineers were lacking a certain skill. They didn't get it when they went to their 4-year college. They actually found out that this group was all of their engineers that were 45 and younger. They found out everybody 45 and older got this in college, but for some reason it was left out. A QCC, advanced manufacturing professor, is going to be training these 70 people on a grant that we were able to get from the state, so it won't cost that company anything. Or I always say, if it came from your taxes, you already paid for it. So we'd be happy to work with anyone on that. We specialize in soft skills, language skills. English for speakers of other languages has been a very hot topic lately. But we do CNC manufacturing, introduction to robotics. Any engineers out there, GD&T has been a hot topic lately. And, again, we work with hospitals, banks, human service agencies, and everything in between. I guess I just want to finish, by saying that, we're really good at what we do. We care about it. We want to work with you, and would love to engage with you.
Well, I'm hoping that everybody learned a little bit about QCC, what it's doing here on the Southbridge High campus, what it can provide you, and if you're looking for information, they're you can get from each one of them here tonight. Have a great evening. Thank you for coming.